A very warm greetings and salutations, fellow internet users. It is I, EEW, and welcome back to the Carousel Congregation. Today I'm here to showcase what we have for drop number 5. While drop 5 might not be as big as what we had for drop 4, there is still nonetheless a plethora of merchandise for you, the viewer, to see and buy. And yes, I will address the title of this video a little further down in the video. As always, for any new-time viewers, if you're confused on what this whole Carousel Congregation is about, all of the links are in the description, everything pertaining to our sales, what this entire project is, how to buy, of course the master Google document, and Discord server. As always, if anything here has piqued your interest and you would like to purchase, contact me privately on Discord. I can be found in the Discord server, linked in the description. And of course, as introduced in the previous drop, certificates are still available and will be included in any and all purchases. So if you want a truly astounding and wicked piece of artwork, there is no better time than now to buy from the congregation. Now, I won't spare you any further, let's get into some of the items that we have today. Now, if you kept a close eye on the congregation and whatever I've been distributing, you'd know that I almost have distributed an entire full set of classic Changi. At this point, I've given 2 bagged Space Changi sets, like full Space Changi sets for offer, but I haven't offered an entire full classic Changi set. And we're finally fixing that today, bringing to you the classic Matilda plush. She's actually pretty cool. Like, I think of all of the classic CCCs, she looks actually like very solid, especially because they got her body proportions pretty right. She's got accurate eyes, accurate mouth. It would be nice if the beak could open, but it's still technically very accurate. And with this Matilda plush, we have offered every single Changi plush here on the Carousel Congregation. So, akin to previous drop, we actually do have a full set of bagged Changi plush. Here is Super Space Red. He is perfectly in the bag. These bags are just a little crumpled, but the texture on them is actually pretty nice. I've seen some bagged Changi plush that just have a very abysmal plastic bag. My personal, you can't really see these over there. My personal bagged Space Pig has a really crinkly, a very crumpled plastic bag feel. These don't feel too bad. Following Super Space Red, here we have the Lightning Blues. Perfectly in the bag. And thankfully, as opposed to the previous drop, these bags actually don't have any like openings or small holes in them. I just think that's really, really cool. Perfectly sealed. Here we have, of course, Laserbird. Laserbird is probably one of the better Changi plush in my opinion. It's got the nice 3D emblem at the cape, posable top feathers I demonstrated, but I don't really want to crumple the bag right now, you know? And yeah, Laserbird is just genuinely such a nice Changi plush. Finding one perfectly mint in the bag is just simply a treat. Here we have the Firebomb of the lot. Firebomb is a very interesting looking plush, as opposed to the Commonwealths. Their capes, this applies to Laserbird of course, the capes are very thick for God knows what reason. They are just made of like such thick material. No idea why Cartoon Character Co. decided to go with this route. But hey, he's Firebomb. He doesn't look too bad in my opinion. Again, I really like how the Extroid emblem on the crest just matches up with the cape, which is something I wish the Commonwealth did. It just really completes the look and looks very, very good. Following Firebomb, here we have Monster Bird, the Incredible Terrence, Monster Terrence, whatever you want to call him. We had one of these in the previous drop, which is the first time one of these have ever been offered. And this one's bag, as opposed to the previous drop, just looks so incredibly clean, like zero flaws whatsoever. Very, very mint, very, very beautiful. He has a little funny face, look at it, it's just kind of funny. And being a Changi plush, he has just very, very nice spots. He's got the nice bottom belly, and yeah, he's just a really, really great plush in my opinion. And of course, to close out the bird-side characters, here we have the Changi/CCC Icebird. This was one of my favorite plushes back when I was younger. I had 2 of them for God knows what reason. Sadly, I don't have those 2 specific ones anymore, but I do have my own personal one that I keep in my collection. Those 2 are stuck in, get this, a second house that I don't have access to because of reasons. enough about my personal life, let's take a look at this Changi Icebird. Changi Icebird is just genuinely such a good plush, very well made. Sadly, this specific one, the bag is a little open over here. That's a little disappointing, but it's nonetheless perfectly mint, perfectly brand new. And yeah, I think if you're gonna pick up a Changi plush, this one is pretty solid in all respects. Now I'm going to save what everyone's probably waiting for the end of the video. Let's move on to more Singaporean exclusive stuff. I showed off 2 of these in the previous drop. Here we have a Singapore Airlines luggage tag. I actually managed to find another one of these, and we'll be bringing it to the Carousel Congregation. So these were given out on flights all the way back in 2013, which is, oh my gosh, 13 years ago at this point. And yeah, if you were traveling with kids and requested for the kids pack, you would get like an activity pack full of stuff that is also Singaporean exclusive and pretty hard to come by in its own right. But one of the items you could get was this luggage tag. I actually do have 2 of my own, like out of bag and 1 in the bag, because yeah. And yeah, just genuinely cool to see what is, at the end of the day, airplane merchandise, but just so incredibly rare and so incredibly cool to see. Like, if you want chrome red to be on your luggage, this is it. I mean, you would have to take him out of the bag for that, which I don't really recommend. But at the end of the day, it's your merchandise. I can't really decide what you want to do with it. So yes, another airplane red tag is coming to the Carousel Congregation. Very, very cool. Always nice to see region lock merchandise being able to be distributed to other parts of the world. Here we have probably what is one of the more desirable Commonwealth plushes, an open decal. Managed to find this one on Carousel very recently, just a very, very nice plush. Taking a look at his coded information, he is from HK12J11, which, fun fact, is the exact same production code as my personal open decal. So these two have been united after like God knows how many years. Yeah, this one is just very nicely shaped. It's so cool. I love open decal, such a good plush. I don't know how to explain this one and why it's on the Carousel Congregation. You'll see. This. Behold the Serbian matte fur Hal in all of his glory. Take it in. Now I actually personally have given this guy a little bit of a scrub and a little bit of restoration. He was a little dirty, but he's in pretty okay condition, I'd say. It could be a lot worse, especially because he is technically a rare variant of a plush that's, again, region locked. I know, but just very, very nice to see, all things considered. And let's take a quick look at his coded information. Of course, HK98, but this one is from E13, so May of 2013. So yes, alongside Changi and Reversibles, both region lock plushes, we are adding a third one to the list of the stuff that's been listed on the Carousel Congregation, being the Serbian matte fur Hell. It's nice to see, you know? And all in all, pretty rare. Definitely not the rarest thing that we've seen, but just very hard to come by. Okay, and before we get into what everyone's probably waiting for, let's address the elephant in the room. What is the title and the thumbnail? Indeed, your eyes do not deceive you. This will be the final Carousel Congregation update for a long, long, long while. I will not delve into the personal reasons as to why I'm taking a mini hiatus, but just know that I will be incredibly, incredibly busy for the foreseeable future. Now, that doesn't mean that the items are going anywhere. Anyone is still free to purchase any and all of our items if you'd like. And I will still definitely be contactable through the Carousel Congregation Discord server and of course through DMs. So yes, if you're still interested in picking up any of the Carousel Congregation items, even after I'm gone, my doors will always be open for you. And while I have this time, I would like to extend my heartfelt thank you to any and all people who have supported the congregation, be it from people who have left nice comments, people who have bought merchandise, hell, to people who have even watched any of these videos. The amount of support and the amount of nice comments, and hell, even people turning up for stuff like premieres. I didn't expect to even get 100 views on any of the congregation videos, so the fact that the announcement video reached 1,000 views, the fact that the other congregation videos are slowly climbing towards 400, 500 views, that is just genuinely mental to me, and I am genuinely so thankful that there is such support for projects like these. Stuff like the Commonwealth Collection, stuff like the Finish Line. If you told me a few years ago that I'd be doing something similar with Carousel, I would not believe you. I joked about it in the past. I really have. And to a certain extent, I still just cannot believe that I'm doing this. It's just been fantastic, this entire experience. Like, of course, we've had our fair share of hiccups along the way. You know who you are, but hey, what you gonna do? Nothing will ever be as it seems. And at the end of the day, it was a very valuable learning experience. So if I haven't said it enough, genuinely, thank you. To anyone who's watched these videos, to anyone who's liked, commented, to anyone who I've worked with directly, to anyone who's given me like just genuinely so many nice comments and support. Just very proud of this project. I'll definitely be back. I will be back one day. And this really isn't my space to give my final goodbyes, but this is the end of one of my biggest passion projects ever. Okay, and with that out of the way, let's get into the final space pigs that will be offered on the Carousel Congregation. For now. Mentioned at the start of the video that Changi lot had a full set of Changis. Of course, can't leave out the Big Borg. He is part of that lot, and he is beautiful and mint. So cool. Bag's in perfect condition. I know that there's been a few complaints that I don't really want the bag, I kind of want the pig, but with the side tag, very valid. I have an example of that right here. And I know how you feel because I really think that this is the definitive look. The bag's just a little restrictive, you know. But hey, what you gonna do? He's perfectly mint. And at the end of the day, if you really want to, take him out of the bag if you want. At the end of the day, I do get it. I have personally unbagged like Changi plush in the past. Like, no one's holding that against you. And yeah, just do what you want if you buy it. To a certain extent. To a certain extent. Alright, let's do this guy next. So here we have a tagless, bagless space pig. But I might have a small problem with the space pigs. Because every time one pops up, be it on Carousel or Shopee, I get so excited. I literally start jumping and screaming about. Like, it's genuinely a problem. But hey, what you gonna do? I love these plushes, and I hope that collectors will enjoy them too. This one's actually pretty nicely shaped. Like, I love his proportions on this one, the cute tiny ears. This nice body actually, really nice. He of course has the spots. I've kind of noticed actually that while Big Borg has these spots on the back, Space Terrence doesn't have them. That's really weird. And of course he has the tush tag. It's in okay condition, definitely seen better days. Still cool though. We love Space Pig on this channel. I think you can probably tell. Okay, let's get to the final plush of the Carousel Congregation. For now. Here he is, the Butte. It's genuinely so cool. You know why? He's got the side tag! Yay! I love the tagged space pigs. I'll tell a little bit of a story while I'm here. So this one showed up on Carousel very recently actually, and this family runs like a small like pop-up store. Not really a stall, it's more like a bazaar in a way. Basically a bazaar stall if you've seen one of them. And they put their stuff up on Carousel, like just of course to advertise, but they showed this, and this space pig specifically was facing like this way in the listing. So the tag was obscured. I made my way down to their bazaar stall when I had the time, and they had reserved it for me, so they pulled it out. I looked at the plush and I see the side tag staring back at me, and yeah, my jaw genuinely dropped. Like, I mean like fully dropped when I saw this. I know how desirable the like unbagged space pig with the side tag is, so I just very, very nice to see. And this pig is definitely worthy of being the final Carousel Congregation item that I 1 picked up and 2 am showcasing. So yes, that brings us to the end of this showcase. Once again, if you're interested in purchasing any of the items available, all links are in the description. My master Google document, which has my entire inventory and prices, as well as the Discord server where you can find me and other merchandise enthusiasts. Once you have made your decision to buy, contact me privately through Discord and we will negotiate further from there. And with that, I have come to the end of everything in the Carousel Congregation. For now. With nothing else to say, I bid you farewell. Have a good day.